Hi everyone. Um, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Denise of DD Designer Studios. Tonight I'd like to do something for the beginners. Um, a chain. I would like to show you how to do a chain. Um, and I would like to show you a how to make a magic circle. Okay, so um, I'm not using any particular yarn or uh, crochet hook. I just grabbed whatever I saw, and I'm getting ready to, I'll get you to follow along. Okay, so first we have our yarn, we have our hook, of course, and to start off, this is how I do my slip knot to start my chain. I usually wrap it around my finger and I kind of hold it down like this, and then I will make this a little loose so you can slip your crochet hook inside the loop here. Okay, inside the loop. Then take your hook and hook it onto what we're calling is the working yarn and pull it up. Now you'll have to put your wrap your hook around your working yarn once again and pull through to make your loop. Okay, so let's try that again. Also, here's another way you might be able to catch on. If you make a little loop like this, okay, fold it up like that, take your hook and slide it into that little circle there while hooking it onto that middle yarn and pulling, okay, and pulling it. Let's try that way once again, okay? So what we're doing is got our nice little yarn, and we're gonna wrap it around, all right? Take it and make sure that stays like a X, like it looks like uh, a cursive E. So make sure that stays like that crossing over your working yarn. This is your end yarn. You don't have to be worried with that right now. So we're going to make sure it stays crossed over and make sure your loop falls right on top of the working yarn. So it'll be like this, almost like a pretzel, but like this. Okay. And now take your hook, insert it on top of the first ring, underneath the middle, and on top of the second. Take and pull. Take both ends and pull. Okay, so you have to pull this dead end, I'll call it a dead end, and the working yarn together. All right, now let's try a finger again. Okay, the finger is just the same way, but you don't see the middle until you get under there, and take your hook, pull up while holding that. You still have to wrap your yarn and pull it through that loop. Okay, All right, so this is something to practice. All right, wrap it around and make that little pretzel look. Put your hook on top of, underneath, and on top through that hole, that loop, and pull. Okay, now here's another way you could just do with your fingers. Turn, turn your loop, turn your yarn, and almost like you're gonna make a bow almost. And you're gonna push the working yarn through, and now you've got your loop. Got your loop. Okay, so we'll try it again. I'll show you again. And you can always run it back. Uh, so I twist it like this. Just twist it. Got the little loop there, like a cursive E. Then this yarn here, the working yarn, will go through this center, and then just take the working yarn, and you have to hold these two ends and pull it. And there you have it. There you have it, folks. Now, the next step is uh, our chain, making our chain. Okay, so what we're going to do is, you have to hold on to this, otherwise it's gonna go all over the place. See, if you don't, when you wrap it and you have to pull it through, okay, it stays good. Wrap around your hook and pull through the loop. But if you don't hold it, the bottom, see, it just keeps turning. So you have to hold the bottom, but the end yarn, and wrap your yarn around your hook, and you still have to kind of control it, okay, by holding it. Everybody have their own unique way of doing it. So the way I'm doing it is uh, convenient and comfortable for myself. And maybe you'll do it the way I'm doing it. But if you can't do it the way I'm doing it, find your own unique way of wrapping your yarn around the hook and pulling it through the loop. Okay, wrapping your yarn around the hook and pulling it through the loop. Wrap and pull 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 through the loop. So we're going to do one more to make it 10 chain, a chain of 10. So wrap around and pull through the loop. Okay, so this is how we'll count our chains. If you notice, the chain is like a V. Here's the V right here. That's the V. So here's one V, here's two V's, here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There, just look at it, and it looks like the letter V. Okay, so we'll insert our hook. Try to make your chains uniform as possible, not tight and not too loose. not too tight and not too loose, because you have to work through those chains to increase your project. Okay, so now I've inserted my hook back into the chain, but this that's on the hook does not count as a chain. It's just a loop on the hook. Now we're going to make the 11th chain. I'm going to wrap it around and pull through the loop. So we have 11 chains and we have this one loop. Okay. Now you can also count your loops. I'm sorry, your stitches by turning it over, and you'll see little bumps on the back side of your chain, and you can also count those. So you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I done missed it. All right, I'm gonna start it over because this thing moved on me. 1, hold on, hold on. Let's see here. Sometimes if your loops can get um, unorganized, if you take it out, it could get turned. So you want to make sure you put your hook back in the right direction, and there we go. We've got it. Okay, now we're going to turn it over and we're going to count the lumps, the little chains. This is what make it look like a chain, or this is where it comes from, the word for it. And here we are. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 right there. Okay, now that's how we make a chain. Continue to practice that until you get it nice and uniform, as far as not too tight and not too loose, because sometimes if you have it too loose, then if you have one stitch too loose and one stitch too tight and then the other stitch it's just right, well, your project will need some adjusting. So just continue to uh, practice this chain. And while we're here, I'll show you a single crochet stitch. Now we've done 11, but we're going to end up with 10 single crochets because we're going to have to put one single crochet into the second chain from the hook. This is the first chain. This is the second chain. And remember, this is just a loop. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to insert our hook into the second chain from the hook, wrap it around our crochet hook, and pull through once. And see, I always get this mixed up when I do it too slow. Okay, so we're doing it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I hope you can see that. So we're going in and wrap it again, pull through both loops on the hook. Put it in the chain stitch, pull up the working yarn, wrap the working yarn once again, and pull through. Put your hook through the chain, pull through, pull up the yarn, wrap the yarn again, and pull it through again. Okay, okay, so stick in, pull up, wrap, and pull through. Okay, stick in, pull up, wrap, and pull through. Stick it in the hook, the chain, pull up through that chain, wrap, and pull through. I don't know if you can. Okay, stick, pull, wrap, pull through both hook loops. Stick, pull, wrap, pull through both loops. Stick, pull, wrap. Now, right here, you see the whole way down, we have only two loops on the hook. So that's how you know you're doing it correctly. If you have more than two loops on the hook, then there's something not right. So stick, pull up the yarn, wrap, and pull through two of the loops. And there we have it, guys. There we have it. Okay. Now, this is how we count those stitches. Remember we did 11 chains, but we're going to end up with 10 stitches. Okay. 1, and remember we have the V's we're counting. 1, V is in Victor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see. Let me put this down so we can count much better. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 stitches. Okay. So that's how we do a slip knot. That's how we do a single crochet. And now let's try practice that a couple of times. And now let me show you how I make my magic circle. Okay, okay, my magic circle. Let me show you like this. Let's see here, magic circle. Okay, it's just like wrapping it like the slip knot for your chain. Okay, and you pull it up, and then it's kind of awkward, but grab the working yarn and pull it through, and just hold it together and tighten your knot. Okay, so let's try it another way. Let's see. So here, we're going to do it the same way. We're going to wrap it around like that. Okay. Now, keeping this end right here, this left side right here. It's my left, probably your right. Taking same way, take your hook underneath, but this time and this time the same thing, the same way. Wrap it around the working yarn and pull it through. Okay? Okay. Let's try it one more time. Let's see here. Wrap it around. That should be on top. Okay. Your end should be on this side, I believe. We'll see how it goes. Okay. And put your hook under, pull up this yarn here. Okay. It's not finished yet because you still have to hook your working yarn into that loop you just lifted up. Okay, once you get that much done, it's not easy, but practice, practice, practice. So, there we have it. We have our magic circle started. Okay, and then just make this knot here a little tighter. Let's pull that down a little bit. Okay, all right, and that's the magic circle. So let's try it again. This time, the end yarn should be on the right side. Okay. Now, no, and underneath. Is that what it was? Yeah, I think so. Underneath the working yarn. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this with my fingers so that you might be able to see it better. Pull this up a little bit and get this yarn here to come up through the hole. Once that happens, pick up this yarn, your working yarn right here, and put it through this hole this way. Okay. Now, all we have to do now is tighten our loop. All right. Just take your time. You might have to pull it down again and tighten your loop. Hold your working yarn and your that dead yarn. All of that. The circle and everything. I know it looks kind of weird, but just work with it until you get your knot there. All right. And now okay, let's see something. I don't think I did that one right. Okay. Let's see. That's on top. Okay. So this is on top. Your working yarn is on top. Let's try it again. I'm going to use my fingers again. So I'm going to pull this through here like so, but I still have to keep this working yarn and the yarn that is at the end. Okay, so right now I'm just pulling it a little. Okay, now the working yarn has to come through. I think I pulled it too tight. The working yarn has to come through. I did. I pulled it too tight because I made a I made the slip knot. Okay. So let's see here. I pulled it too far. So here we go. I'm gonna pull that through here, and now I'm gonna take my working yarn and pull that up. Gotta keep that there. Pull that up. Now I'm gonna put my hook in, and I'm gonna tighten it. There we go. All right. Okay, so I don't know if I got it or not. I think I did. I can move this out the way. All right, so I didn't get it quite. So now this is the step that we need to continue with, pulling it through. Okay, to make it stay. So I still like to do this. Wrap it around my fingers. Put this like it's an X right here, like that, like it's an X. Slide my hook down, pull up my working yarn, wrap the working yarn around the hook, keeping those two things in place and pulling through that loop. Okay. All right. So there it is. And pull the loop up some. There's your loop, and this is where we're going to put our stitches inside here. All right. Now, it's okay if you need to, when you do your stitches, this will be underneath because that will help close the circle when we finish putting our chain, our single crochets in. So we're going to do a single crochet. We're going to go into the loop itself, pull up the yarn. You have 2 loops on the hook, and I'm sorry, before we do that, we're going to make 1 chain, okay? 1 chain because we're doing a single crochet. Now we're going to put our hook through the loop, pull up on the yarn. You got 2 loops on the hook, wrap and pull through. And we have just made 1 single crochet in the magic circle. So we're going to do 10 and slip the hook inside the loop, pull up the working yarn and wrap and pull through. Pull it through the magic circle, pull up the yarn, the working yarn, wrap, got 2 loops on the hook, and pull through. We've got 3 single crochets. Pull through the loop, pull up the working yarn, wrap the working yarn around the hook, and pull through 2 loops. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. Put through the loop, pull up the working yarn, 2 chains on the hook, and pull through both. Put through, pull up, wrap, pull through both. So far we have 2, 4, 6. We're doing 10. Put through, pull up, wrap, and pull through. We'll put in it, pull up, wrap, and pull through. Put in, pull up, wrap, and pull through. I think we need 2 more. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. 1 more. Put in, pull up, wrap, and pull through. Okay, so here we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 chains we made. Okay, place your hook back into your loop. Okay, now to close our circle, we will, the dead end, we will pull it until the loop closes. Okay, this is a great way to do granny squares because most of the time they are closed, so a closed circle. So that's what we have, guys. That's what we have. So I hope to see you guys another time, um, and we can go a little further with um, our magic circle and our chain stitch. Okay. Uh, have a good day, and don't forget to subscribe and follow me and give me a thumbs up and tell me how I'm doing and all that good stuff. Okay. Thank you very much.